third grade mathematicians. I hope you're doing well. It's Mrs. Graves and I have my helper Aubrie here. We're talking about multiplication. Aubrie, when I'm talking about multiplication, what am I talking about?
Equal groups.
Yes, multiplication, that means equal groups. So you guys are going to be doing something similar with objects in your household that we're going to model for you, where you're going to be finding objects and creating equal groups and then telling me the multiplication sentence that goes with it. So remember how we were practicing the set model, where we had circles and dots inside. So for example, this is how many groups, Aubrie?
2 groups.
And in each group, it's 2 groups of what?
3.
So my multiplication sentence is 2 times 3. And what does that equal, Aubrie?
6.
6. Good. So we're going to be creating these with some objects. So let's go ahead and get started. Aubrie, if I was hungry or if you were hungry and you wanted a snack, what might you grab from our kitchen?
An orange.
An orange, that's right. Okay, so let's say Aubrie had some friends over, though, and she wanted to share her oranges. All right, Miss Aubrie, what can we do? Let's get some set models with our oranges.
Well, first I need to figure out how many friends I have over.
Let's say you have 3 friends over.
3. So I would make 3 groups. So start out with 3 in each group. And there. So each person got 3.
Right. So you can see, let's just try to move the camera. You can see that it's like, imagine, I was about to draw on my kitchen table, but I don't think that's a good idea. But imagine these are all 3 oranges in each group. So what multiplication sentence would this be, Aubrie?
Well, that would be 3 times 3.
Right, because it's 3 groups of 3. We can also write that using repeated addition, where you add 3 times. 3 plus 3 plus 3. And when we solve that, how many oranges do we have all together, Aubrie?
9.
Right, so 3 times 3 is 9, just like 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9. All right.
And if it's too much, you could do 3 plus 3, which is 6, and add 6 to 9. No,
Ah.
3. 3 to 6.
6 plus 3 is 9. Great. Okay, let's try something else. Let's say we wanted to get crafty, Aubrie. What might you want to use?
Paint.
Right, so here we have some little tubes of paint. So what if we wanted to share the paint? We want to share the paint. So let's say we want to have 4 friends have paint.
Well, I would start with 2 in each group. And that's 4 friends, so each friend gets 2.
So we have how many groups?
4 groups.
So 4 groups of 2, or 4 times 2 equals
8.
Good, and we could also skip count by 2s. 2,
4,
4, 6, 8. That's another way that we can get to our multiplication sentence. Great. All right. What about when we were decorating the tree?
Well, I would use ornaments, of course, and lights and, well, other stuff, but ornaments.
All right, so what would be the multiplication sentence for this image that I have right here, guys? Think about it. I have this group here and this group. So how many groups do I have? 2. And how many's in each group, Aubrie?
2.
And so my multiplication sentence is 2 times 2. And of course, the answer to that would be
4.
4.
And just remember, the only multiplication problem that is same to the addition problem, if you do that, is 2 times 2. Because if you add 2 plus 2, it would be 4. But 2 times 2 is 4 too. So
Cool. Nice. All right. What if it's dessert time?
ooh, I think I would do cookies.
Okay. We got some of these nice little cookies already in their equal groups. So, there's four people in our family. So each person in our family gets one of those little tins of cookies. So Aubrie, how many are in each of those?
Well, 3.
3. So I have 4 groups of 3, or 4 times 3.
That equals 12.
Good. And if I didn't know it, I could do repeated addition. 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. And that also equals 12.
And if it's still too confusing, you could do 3 plus 3, 6, and then you do 3 plus 3 again, 6, and 6 plus 6 equals 12.
Absolutely. That's some great math problem solving there. All right. We're done with our cookies. But all those cookies,
okay.
all those cookies make me want to drink some coffee. So, let's divide up our coffee. You know I like to drink more than 1 cup. These are actually espresso cups. So, we have them in equal groups, right? So we have, how many different groups do we have? We have 3 groups. 3 groups of 2. So my multiplication sentence is 3 times 2. Again, I could skip count. 2, 4, 6. Or I could do 2 plus 2 plus 2. Either way, my answer will be
6.
6.
And you don't have to set it up like this. You could set it up in 2 groups of 3.
Oh, very true, Aubrey. You're absolutely right. If I flip and flop those numbers around with a multiplication sentence, you always get the same product or the same answer. So she's absolutely right. 2 times 3 is still 6. This case, I have 2 groups of 3. And you know what? Let's be real here. I would probably rather have 3 shots of espresso than just 2. So good point, Aubrey. Thanks for sharing. Okay, we have our last object that we're going to be dividing up into groups. So this is a box of Hanukkah candles.
And just so you know, there's multiple ways to pronounce and spell Hanukkah.
Good point, Aubrie.
So, I will start. So, how many menorahs do we have?
We have 3 menorahs.
3. So, first do 1 in each.
Right? Because we're going to have 3 equal groups. She's going to put some different candles in her groups. So really, she's dividing them up. And you'll be learning about how multiplication and division go together. And feel free, if you already feel like you've learned a bit about division, feel free to think about division sentences that go with these.
Let's count how many we have so far in each group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. Well, technically we would need 1 more for the shamash, but...
Right, so Aubrey's pointing out that each menorah has 8 candles for 8 nights, but it really is 9 because it has a helper candle that's in the middle. Great point. So we have how many different groups here? That's going to be our first number. 3. And in each group, how many candles do I have?
8.
8. So 3 times 8 is what? How many candles are there? Well, if you didn't know that, we could do repeated addition. So I have 8 plus 8 plus 8. It's the same thing, right? If I didn't know 3 times 8 off the top of my head, I'd do 8 plus 8 is 16, and then I could do 16 plus 8. Your
24.
Answer would be 24. Thank you guys so much for watching this video where we talked about how multiplication is equal groups and the ways in which you can use objects in your house to show examples of the set model for multiplication sentences. Take care. Bye.